Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing Johnny Manziel's debut to the fan-controlled football league on Twitch. We're going to be talking about what Johnny Manziel, his career outlook looks like. Does this game, will this league elevate him to potentially come back into the NFL, or is he the same old Johnny who's just here, cash the check, fuck it, and then he's just going to go ahead and just keep on drinking, keep on doing his thing, and just never make it back to the NFL. Now, to get into this league, you have to be kind of serious, I would say, because this guy had to go ahead and sit through like a 10-day process of quarantining to get into the bubble. So he has to be somewhat serious about coming back and making at least a football career back again. Now, will his football career make it to the NFL? We'll discuss it in this video. I'm not too sure if you guys are sold in on Johnny. If you guys are Johnny football fans, personally, I'm a huge fan of Johnny football. Loved him out of Texas A&M. Was hoping he would play good in the NFL. Obviously does not. Gets cut by the Cleveland Browns in 2015. And then he's maneuvering around. He's in the CFL. He's on the Tiger Cats. Then he gets traded to the Montreal Alouettes and then makes his way to the Memphis Express in the AFL. Now, he's in the fan-controlled football league. Now, this league is like no other league I have ever seen. It's on Twitch. The fans are literally calling the plays. I couldn't figure out how to do it, but I assume it's pretty easy. I just wasn't caring. I was just laying back watching Johnny Football play because that's what I like to do. But Johnny Football barely played in this game. They benched him for the backup, and Johnny put up 1 completion on 5 attempts for 11 passing yards, 68 rushing yards, 1 off of being very nice, and 1 passing touchdown, or rushing touchdown. It was one or the other. It happened so early on the game that I forgot. Johnny Football did not play all that good at all. Even in this interview that we are seeing from right here, I would play the clip, but I don't want the Fan Control Football League to take me down and kind of demonetize this video, fuck up my channel and all that, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But Johnny Football pretty much said he looked washed, he felt like he was not very good at all. And then at the end, he is on the team, the Zappers. He's franchise tagged to them. Every week in this league, they have a different draft, and players get moved around. But Johnny Football is franchised, just like in the NFL, where you can't move them. So at least for this season, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, will be the Zappers quarterback. But they played his backup, so it was kind of worrisome for Johnny Football. But in this interview, he also said, "Win or lose, we booze on the Zappers," which just completely exemplifies Johnny Football, the man himself. If you want to see that clip, it's on my Twitter, @NotoriousFNTSY. So to me, what this game showed us is that Johnny Football is just never going to make it back to the NFL. He's nowhere near skilled enough. He looked like he had no idea what the fuck was going on. He went 1 for 5. Maybe that's because it's the first game back since he's played since 2019. So I'll go ahead and give him reasonable weight on that and tell you guys that he's not a complete bum, right? He's not completely awful, but there's no way this motherfucker is getting it back to the NFL. I hope he does because I'm a fan of Johnny Football and I think the guy's hilarious, but in reality, I don't think we're ever going to see Johnny Football play in the NFL ever again unless he's like a third-string quarterback, and even then, I don't even think teams would bring him in. He played not so hot tonight. He clearly showed, though, that he's still able to run around like Johnny used to in college. He literally played like Texas A&M Johnny, except for he didn't have Mike Evans to bail him out. That's literally what we saw. It was like Cleveland Browns Johnny, but slightly better. The game is played so weird that you can't even compare this to the NFL level. There's like 3 linemen. Some of the linemen can play tight end. Some of the linemen are literally tight ends. There's a couple wide receivers. The 2-point conversion that Johnny cashed in on. Yeah, Johnny cashed in. I get it, Johnny Cash. But they like put the ball in a fucking chair. He picks it up. It's a one-on-one drill. He threw a touchdown. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I'm very curious to see what you guys thought about this if you watch the fan-controlled league. And what you guys think is going to happen going forward for Johnny Football. Because I'm rooting for him. I'll watch again next week. And if something magically changes and this guy's throwing like fucking 5 touchdowns or something and making the other team look like idiots, then I'll be bought right back in on Johnny, come back next week and get on my knees and suck him off or something on here, because that's just what's going to get the views. If I'm like, Johnny Football's the fucking second coming of football Jesus Christ, and he's rising back up after his death, and now he is going to be amazing or something like that, I'll do that because and it's also going to be fucking funny if he does that. because you know there's going to be some angry people on Twitter angry about Johnny Football. But I love Johnny, and I hope this man is able to return to the NFL eventually. But based on what we saw today, this is just a washed quarterback. His old self, but even worse. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did end up enjoying, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and go Zappers.